She fell, she fought, and in the end, she emerged victorious. This is the woman of today, and she is made of steel. Come and watch how she slays.
This is your favorite international radio network, 94.3 Radio 1 World, your station. And on She Slays, something I do every Thursdays is where I introduce you to women entrepreneurs, women who empower other women and men. Let me tell you, it's not just about empowering the women around us. It's just empowering everybody around us. They have taken the initiative. Yes, they were bold enough to do that. Absolutely, yes. And we're celebrating them right here on Afternoons with Annie through the She Slays segment. On the show today is the founder of Vyusti. Yeah, it's a very cute name. It's a very unique one at that. And we will learn more about why the name Vyusti. Well, by the way, it is something that Prachi Saraf started. And Prachi is trying to help get back the livelihoods of the craftsmen who have been in the in the field of coming up with some of the most beautiful textiles and fabrics we have always known of, but maybe never come so close to. And they're spread across different parts of our country. Prachi, it's so nice to have you on the show. A warm welcome.
Hi, Annie. So nice to be here too.
Okay, Prachi, tell us something about yourself. I'm sure Vyusti being a rather new initiative, or should we say a pandemic baby, but there was something behind this. There was something that you have been busy with through all these years. What have you been up to?
So I'm actually a garment manufacturer and exporter. My family business is of garment manufacturing and exporting, where we manufacture for a bunch of international brands, and we export the products, which you can see in racks of many stores for sale. And so before the lockdown, actually, I had done a collection for a European brand based out of hand-woven products from India. Wow. And it was all Western wear, skirts, dresses, tops, etc. for this international brand. And when COVID hit, the people who actually got hit the most were our weavers. And they called me crying a couple of times saying, madam, please help. We don't have food to eat on our tables. And I felt so bad for them. And hunger is something which I cannot see as a person. So I really wanted to help them out. So in order to help them out, I created Vyusti. Vyusti was an initiative from my side wherein I purchase products from the weavers at their required prices, and I sell them in the open market. And the profits from the same are actually going back to the weavers as education, healthcare, groceries in times of COVID. So even before we launched, I was actually providing groceries to 150 to 200 weaving families in Maharashtra and Karnataka to make sure that they at least have food on their table. Right. So through lockdown too, they have gotten monthly grocery, basic medication, at least basic online classes for their kids to still attend, because they are the future of the country. And if they don't have the right education, there's no hope left for any of us. So,
right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that is why Vyusti is my pandemic baby.
That is so sweet. And it's a very thoughtful initiative you have started, because you are also helping them continue to remain independent by ensuring that their livelihoods continue and that their craft also reaches to as many people as possible. So Prachi, tell us what Vyusti means. What does the word Vyusti mean?
So Vyusti is derived from Devanagari Sanskrit. Vyusti means independence, growth, and prosperity. Nice. The reason why I chose this name is because I wish to provide independence to weavers by helping them build entrepreneurship skills by buying products which are the most comfortable for them, which are heirloom pieces, which are practices which are brought down like a generation by a generation. Sure. So providing them independence by giving them entrepreneurship skills, prosperity and growth by providing education for their kids, to making sure that the traditions remain alive, to making sure that the well-being and their livelihoods are secure to come for years to come, and prosperity by making sure that they have groceries, basic groceries available and by making sure that they have access to basic medication.
Sure.
So as they prosper, the country also prospers, and the people.
Absolutely. I want to also learn more about the kind of craft they have kept alive, because we're not talking about a few decades, we're talking about a few 100 years maybe, that these weavers have kept this particular craft alive, and the pieces that you have come up with their help through VUSTI and reaching out to people are exquisite. I've seen your lookbook, and it's just one piece is better than the other. I want to learn more about these designs. I want to learn more about the kind of value and heritage that these pieces carry. So is it just VUSTI on social media platforms, Prachi?
So on Instagram, it is at VUSTI_official, and we have a website called www.vusti.co.in.
All right, there it is. Pretty simple. When you say Indian craft, I think we have a plenty, but they need the right kind of support and push. And one such person trying to do that is Prachi through VUSTI. So we know what VUSTI means, and I think you are putting in as much possible effort, time, resources to ensure that these guys get not only fair price, but their art also continues to live. Tell us a little more about the uniqueness that their craft actually holds, Prachi.
So each product is purely hand woven, and the other great thing about each product is that each sari, say for example, is actually like the yarn is by the local flower bud, which is available easily in the area, which is then hand spun in the charkha to give us the thread. And that thread is then gone into the handloom, which each weaver hand weaves in and creates a beautiful product like a sari, or even this stole, which I currently have on. It is all hand woven, and even the dye used is the vegetable dye. So the entire process is very eco-friendly. It is very sustainable, and it is something which, even generations ago they used, because back then they did not have access to synthetic materials or synthetic dyes or any of those things. So for them, vegetable dye is the most convenient form for them, and it is also the most natural process for an urban woman or an urban man, because it is something which would affect your system because it's come directly out of nature. So
that's beautiful.
And even like a zari used in this one particular weave is actually 1 to 2 grams of real gold.
Wow.
and not anything artificial, because at VUSTI we believe in quality also. So
that's beautiful.
We wish to provide.
If I have to ask you about the product line, then you mentioned saris, you mentioned stoles. What else do you have?
So we have saris out of Maharashtra and Karnataka in 5 different weaves. We have dupattas from Maharashtra and Karnataka, again, split into 2 weaves. We have shawls out of Maharashtra, and pashmina shawls actually being hand woven in Maharashtra.
Wow.
And we also have dhotis out of Karnataka.
Oh, that's brilliant. I believe you want to take this to as many regions as possible across the country. So what are your future plans?
So because of the pandemic, we were unable to launch with more than 2 states, also because of the restrictions in place. So I have launched with Maharashtra and Karnataka, with 3 weaves out of Maharashtra and 2 out of Karnataka.
Nice.
I do have a plan where in the next 6 years, all 29 states of the country and every even forgotten weave of the country is going to be available under VUSTI. So even if you see, like out of Maharashtra, we have this one weave called Himru, which is a dying weave with only a limited number of weavers left in the world. So that is also available with us. And the weaves out of Karnataka are commonly referred to as Kanjivarams, whereas they're actually Karnataka weaves. So we do have a bunch of plans for the future to introduce as many weaves as possible. And in November, we are actually introducing 3 new states as well.
Wow. Which states are we talking about? Are you in a position to actually talk about them? Or
I can give you a confirmation for 1 state. We are introducing Jammu and Kashmir for winter collection.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So far, you've been covering at least 150 to 200, you said, weaver families, maybe, whom you're trying to, help get back their livelihoods, and also promoting them, because promoting their art is extremely important. This is something that is traditional to us. This is something that is custom made in India. Nothing can be more valuable than this. And you're trying to help, reach out as much as possible, not only across India, I'm sure the world, to know the beauty of our weaves here. That's amazing news. And I can't wait to go through your lookbook again and pick as much as I can, I think, because this is something, like I did mention to you earlier also, this is something that I can save as heirloom. This is something that I must save as heirloom and pass on, to the next generations. It's not a use and throw item. You're not talking about fast fashion here at all. It is a fashion brand, but she's keeping handloom weaves alive, the weaves that are dying, like we talked about a little while ago, right now covering Maharashtra and Karnataka. Very soon, she believes that she can cut across all 29 states of our country. That is huge. That's going to take a long time. Prachi, how many years are you giving yourself?
6 years.
Wow. Oh my God.
6 years upper limit to add in all the weaves from all the states.
That's
because
beautiful.
I believe that every weaver helped is a betterment of our own society.
Absolutely.
Every purchase made helps feed one weaving family. So why not provide basic food at least to all the weavers of our country, because they have traditions and every weave has a history behind it.
Absolutely.
Which no one really ever pays attention to, but every weave has a specific history behind it always.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And we're not just looking at basic food, of course, sooner or later, giving them really good lives too, keeping our traditions alive. And the more we learn about it, the more we learn to cherish it and value it too. That's beautiful. Are you ready for this quick fire round now?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's go with this. I am guessing you like to watch movies. So which was the last movie you watched on an OTT platform? Since that's the
last one I saw was Mimi.
Oh, how is it? I haven't watched it yet.
So it was all right. I mean, I have seen the Marathi version as well, and I am always a fan of the original content as opposed to the newer versions. So I did happen to see Mimi because I am an addict when it comes to watching stuff online. So
yes. Okay, so that was the right question. Maybe I should have had more. Okay, moving on. 2 of your favorite international pop stars of today.
I'm more of a Bollywood person.
So okay, then go ahead. Any Bollywood
I listen to a lot more Bollywood. I listen to a lot of Arijit Singh. I listen to a lot of Jubin Nautiyal. I listen to a lot of those kind of music as well. To that kind of music as well. So
that is so cool. That is so cool. Okay, what's your favorite book? Something you're reading right now? Something you've read? Something that's stuck in your head? What?
I don't read.
I am so glad you said it. And I'm glad that I'm coming across people who say this out loud, that they don't read, because it's absolutely okay not to read. Great.
I mean, for me, reading was something which I did in school, because school textbooks you had to read to pass the grade.
So you're basically more of an audiovisual child. That's what you've been all along. And you continue to be that. You watch, you pick, you learn. You listen, and then you don't forget. And that's really another very, very strong, equally strong actually form of learning. So that's great. Moving on to the next question. Top 2 travel destinations on your bucket list right now. I'm sure there have been changes in the bucket list.
Well, within India, it would be Spiti and Leh Ladakh.
Nice.
And outside India, it would be Iceland for Northern Lights and Rainbow Mountains in Peru.
Oh my God, you marked them out so well. Okay. The Peru one is something I'm going to look forward to. I'm going to look up as soon as we finish this interview. Okay, who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Akshay Kumar.
Really? Nice. Does he continue to be your crush?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. What's your favorite word? Something you...
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea.
Do you say yes to everyone?
Yes, I do.
Yeah?
I say yes to absolutely everyone.
Oh, that's
I think it's a difficulty for me to say no.
Yeah? Oh, God. Yeah. So do you end up having friends, or do you just end up having many people, out of which very few really mean a lot to you?
I actually have a very large group of very close friends.
Okay.
And then a very small group of, then there is a group of acquaintances also, but a very large group of very close friends.
That's
who I cherish to bit. So yeah.
That means you are such a big yes person, and everybody wants you around also. That's what's more important. Okay. If you were to be a comic superhero, who would it be and why?
Could it be Superman?
Okay, of course. You can be anything. Yeah,
love Superman. So.
Going by the speed you put up for yourself to, grow Vyusti, to cut across country, and you're saying 6 years, you better be Superman, and not for a day, maybe for the rest of for the rest of your life. Because I don't know how you're going to find time to eat, sleep, drink, but Superman it is. I do believe.
Well, I launched Vyusti in 6 months from idea. So
wow, that's amazing. You sleep, right?
Yes,
I do. Find time to sleep.
Yes, and I do find time to go out as well.
That is so good, which means you're absolutely amazing at planning and organizing, and also sticking to schedules, I'm sure. That's very important. Okay, moving on. If there was one thing you were given a choice to eat for a whole week, what would it be?
Poha.
Really? What a true Mumbaikar you are.
Poha. Any day, anytime. It's comfort food.
That is so sweet. Okay, what's the one thing your mom or dad, your parents taught you that changed your life?
Never to lie.
Yeah?
You never lie about anything. If there's anything which is happening, be upfront, be honest about it. Just don't lie. Because lies just cause to a lot of problems in the future. And it's better to be honest about something now than to have to bear the brunt of a lie, which you mentioned earlier.
That's nice. That's very nice. What's your favorite time of the day?
Evening time. When I'm finished with work and when I can switch on my like a Netflix and binge watch and go off to sleep.
That is so sweet. Okay, so then what's your favorite beverage? Because maybe it's time for that now.
Iced Americano. I am a coffee addict. I need like 4 cups to get through a day.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Your last question. What's the one thing you're very excited about that's coming up in the year 2021?
Honestly, I'm not excited about anything anymore in my life but Vyusti. So for me, the only
that is a big deal.
So how I can help grow Vyusti, how I can add more for Vyusti, how I can help the weavers, how I can give them more. That's the only thing which is going on in my head 24/7.
That is so
I have
cool.
Nothing else.
I'm sure she's open to having many more people work with her and for her also. So don't forget to look up Vyusti. It is VYUSTI_official. That's the Insta handle. Of course, they have a website as well. But this is an amazing thought you've had, an amazing initiative you've started. You've not wasted a single minute in getting this, off the ground to ensure that people get not only basic food, but they get their right to live a good life. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the effort you are taking and continue to take along with your team to put Vyusti together, and all the very best.
Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you. Thank you very much.
One World, your station.